This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Robert Garcia in Las Vegas, Nevada. Robert, we're at a massive fight week, probably one that's kind of went a little bit under the radar in terms of Murataya against Andy Cruz. Just first of all, your guy, Raymond Murataya, the betting underdog, which is maybe to you guys unexpected, would you say?
Nah, look, it's fine. You know, we know that when a fighter comes from the Olympics as a gold medalist, that makes a big difference too with the odds and everything. Nah, that doesn't bother us. You know, it's part of boxing. It happens. You know, we've been underdogs many times, and that has never made a difference. You know, we go out there and do our job and pull off the win. You know, so we expect the same thing Saturday. You know, so we also have to respect that Andy's a great fighter. Olympic gold medalist, great talent, but Raymond's also, you know, very experienced. He had a lot of amateur experience. He has a lot of wins against a lot of big names in boxing right now that I don't have to bring up names, but he has a lot of wins in the amateurs. These guys are making big fights, big names in boxing, and Raymond has beaten them in the amateurs. So, you know, he's got the experience also. When the bell rings, it's a 12-round fight. It's not just a 3-round fight, you know. So that could be a big difference.
How do you prepare for someone like Andy Cruz?
Look, we had great sparring. Raymond's also very fast. Raymond has great skills, great power. I think the experience, you know, going rounds. I think it's a big difference against solid opponents. That could be a big difference. You know, I don't know.
How do you see it playing out? Because you're a former fighter, someone that tactically breaks down these fights. How do you see it?
I think the fight's gonna be pretty challenging the first half. But I think the second half could be all our way, you know, because we're gonna keep going, you know, and hopefully Andy also prepared for that. But he's never really been there, you know. We've been there, he hasn't. So we'll see, you know. I think it's gonna be a great fight. You know, there's been great champions, you know. Casamayor, I lost to Casamayor, and you know, I don't use this as trying to say it's gonna be a difference, because that was like 25 years ago, you know. But I know what I have in Raymond, and I know what Raymond trained for, and I know Raymond's going to go out there and do his job.
I want to ask you a little bit. You're going against Ennis, obviously. I seen you just had a discussion with him on camera with Sean Zattel. What is the situation with Virgil at the moment? Eddie said in my interview today with him that Virgil, from what he believes, has tried to withdraw himself from the contract, and the legal battle is actually the challenger. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, you know, that's something between Virgil's attorneys and the manager, Rick Merigan. They know what they're doing. I'm behind Virgil 100%. I know this might hold the fight a little bit longer, so I know Eddie and Boots are already looking at his next fight, which I'm pretty sure is going to be sometime in March. So they're going to move on.
So you don't think this fight happens next in March, no?
With what's going on with Virgil, it might take a few weeks, maybe a month or so. So we won't. I don't think it's enough time. I think they probably do something before, but the fight will happen. I think the fight needs to happen. Virgil wants the fight, so I think the fight will happen the next, you know, before the end of the year.
Do you guys open up yourselves to the potential of maybe signing with Eddie Hearn or ZUFFA Boxing down the line? Is that something that could happen?
Look, when that's going to be something that Rick Merigan and the team figure it out. But right now, there hasn't been any talk. Right now, they're focused on their situation with Golden Boy. And once if everything goes the way Virgil expects and the way we expect, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're open for everything. But right now,
Virgil definitely wants that fight.
Wants what?
He definitely wants that fight against.
100%, 100%.
In terms of yourself, obviously, it kind of leads me on to another question, in that we've seen Jai Albataya has just recently left Matchroom and joined with ZUFFA Boxing. Bam Rodriguez, who you're obviously his trainer and you work very close with as well. Is Bam in a situation where he's got one more fight with Matchroom and then there's a potential where you guys might go elsewhere, you'll look around, you'll shop around?
Bam doesn't have one more fight with Matchroom. Bam's a free agent right now, but look, Matchroom has done great behind us. They've, you know, but we also have the right to look out there, see what's out there. You know, Matchroom has the right to match, obviously. But look, at the end of the day, we've been great, you know, with Matchroom. Bam loves it, you know. But he also asked, you know, if there's something bigger out there, then I'll definitely explore it.
You as a former fighter, I guess you're best placed to answer this. Would there be a appetite to go to ZUFFA with the fact that maybe it wouldn't be the traditional route, the WBC, IBF, WBO, WBA, with not having them and just having a ZUFFA belt? Would that still motivate Bam Rodriguez?
Well, Bam wants to become undisputed, so I think that's something that we have to figure out. We're one fight away. It could be our next fight, and he wants to become undisputed. So we have to figure that out first. So if it's depending who it is, who's willing to put up with the fight, but that's Bam's dream, to become undisputed.
In terms of for boxing, do you think ZUFFA boxing are good for boxing? Dana White coming into the sport, there's kind of mixed reviews out there. What's your view on it?
Look, there's always room for somebody that's coming out, doing big things, putting a lot of shows, giving a lot of fighters opportunities. Look, I already have 2 fighting tomorrow and another 2 fighting next month. Those 2 would be in my gym waiting for a date because no other promoters are giving them the opportunities. So yeah, of course it's good. Plus they're paying very well. The fighters are happy, man. In my gym, everybody's seeing the type of fights, the type of payments they're getting, and everybody's telling me, Robert, get me over there. That's what everybody's telling me.
Well, Robert, appreciate your time as always on IFLTV. Look forward to speaking after the fight. Thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you.